Welcome back to another redstone video. So today I am going to be showing you how to sort out items using automatic item sorters. So also I'm going to go through shulker box unloaders and shulker box loaders, and also how to transport items upwards and across, and I'm also going to go through how to sort out potions, which is actually quite interesting too. So if you want to get to each of those bits, then you can use the timestamps in the description. So they'll be there right now and you can just click on which one you want to see. First of all, I'm going to start off with a basic item sorter. So this is what a basic item sorter will look like. So inside this hopper here is some items. So you've got some hopper items, so you can rename all of these items here. You don't use smooth stone because that could get in the hoppers and it'll go through here and it'll kind of mess up your system. So definitely consider renaming these items as well if you're going to be using them inside this hopper. And then this is the item you're trying to sort out. So if you want hoppers inside this chest, then put 41 hoppers in here. So all the items will make it into here and they'll all be sorted. So right here are all the items that should be sorted. So I've got a sorter for each one of these. If I put them all in here like that, you've got the comparators sorted, perfect. And I've already seen the redstone torches. Now what's the next item? So I think the next item, hoppers have already been sorted too, and then the last item is redstone's already been sorted too. So this item sorter works perfectly, and I'm going to show you how to build it. So now I'm going to show you how to build this item sorter. So first you're going to need some chests. So if I get some chests and place them in here like this, and you're probably going to need a bigger chest system if you're sorting cobblestone and items you'll have a lot of, so even dirt as well. Any items you're going to have a lot of, make the chest system bigger, or you can even use shulker boxes to get easy access to breaking them. And if you're using cobblestone for a big project, then use shulker boxes because you'll be easily able to get the shulker boxes out and to use the items. So now I'm going to put some hoppers across here, so make sure this is for all the chests or shulker boxes. And I'm going to go get a building block, and I'm going to go across here like this with a 1 block gap between each one. A redstone repeater into here, a redstone torch, a normal block here, a block here. Now I'm going to get some redstone dust, go across here, and I'm going to get a comparator into here. I'm going to get a hopper, face it into here. Make sure it's facing into this comparator, otherwise this item sorter won't work. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some normal blocks, place them in this configuration like this, break this one, hopper into here, break that one, and you're going to put a chest into here like that. So make sure the chest is in here, and this is going to be the end hopper. So if you're making any more of these, then you can break this chest and move it to the end hopper. And this is for the non-stackable items, so like your swords and armor. So those won't stack and you can't really sort them, so you can put them into here. Well, you can sort them, but it's a bit more complicated. And then you're going to have to put a composter on top of here. Now the last thing you have to do is you're going to need to put the items in here. So first you're going to need to get some renamed items. So I just renamed this to some random letters. Place them in like this, in this configuration. Now get your item you want to sort, so I'm sorting hoppers, and put it in here, and it'll start emptying into this chest here, like that. Now I'm going to move on to the next item sorter, which is very similar to this one, except it uses water streams instead of hoppers. So instead of having the hoppers up here, which might cause a bit of lag, bit too much lag, even with the composters it still produces a tiny bit of lag, we have the section here. So these are the hoppers which collect the items. Now as there's no composters on top of this will also cause lag, but probably not as much as these ones though will. So we'll have this section here, so the water stream will go across here. We use the seed pickles to line up the items, so they can still go into the hopper but still on this block in a way. So kind of half on this hopper and half on the block. And if you don't have many seed pickles, then I have a seed pickle farm tutorial, so you can go check that out now if you don't have many seed pickles. And the items will go across here. Any non-stackable items, so swords and armor, will go into here, and they'll be put into this chest here. So these are for non-stackable items. So it's the same setup, but just with a water stream. So I'm not going to do a tutorial onto this because it's exactly the same as the other one, except with a water stream you can kind of see how it works in a way. Exactly the same. But if you see over here, we've got a dropping section, so the items will go into this chest and go into this dropper here. The comparator will detect this item into this dropper and power into this repeater, which will power as well. Power this block here. The redstone over here will be powered, which will power this target block, which will power this dropper. And this will also power into this comparator and turn it off. Now onto item elevators. So here are 3 different item elevators you could build. I prefer the water stream one or even this one. This one might produce a bit of lag, but it's quite efficient. So over here is the water stream one. As you can see, I've got the same setup as you have over here, but over here, which will drop the items into this water elevator. Now if you didn't know, soul sand produces bubbles, which pushes items all the way up here, and it can also work on players too, and armor sands. So it'll push entities upwards like a water stream, and it will go through here into this water. The water will push it across here into this hopper here, and we've got a block here to stop the items from flying off. And the slime will stop the water from going out here and breaking all the redstone down there. So the items will end up in here, and I've already tested it out and it works perfectly. And the items will go into here. So that's the first item elevator. The second item elevator is a bit different. I'd say this one's a tiny bit better, as it's kind of like you don't have to use water and it's a bit less dangerous. But it does use quite a bit of glass, so that's kind of a disadvantage in a way. So let's use the same method, except it shoots the items upwards. And this is exactly the same as this, but over here. And it'll shoot through this glass. The items will go up here and through here into this hopper system and into the chest. In a minute I'll show you how these ones work, but I just want to explain how they work first. Now this one's another item elevator. So it's the same sort of setup, exactly the same here, except you've got an observer up here, and you've got you've got a fence gate here, and that will be detected by all these observers. And it'll power this fence gate here, which will also be detected, and it'll go all the way up here. And it's quite loud, so you might want to use note blocks because that won't make any noise. But it's worth it because it's quite cheap anyway. Now I'm going to show you sort of a test run of using these machines. So first I'm going to show you this one. So this one's the water stream one. I put 16 items inside here. They'll go up here into this chest here, and they'll be flung into here. They won't escape because all this block's in the way. Sometimes you might pick them up, so I'll put one in here. And all of the items made it into this chest here. So this is the water stream version. So now this is the next version, which just pushes the items inside glass. So if I put them inside this dropper here, so I'm going to put 16 items in here, it'll push the items upwards. As you can see, they're making their way upwards like this. Really simple. And I'll make it into this chest system. And I should have 16 items, which I do, perfect. The next one is a bit different, and this is the dropper one. This one's kind of a bit better because like there's no chance of losing any items. So the items will start going up here, and it is quite loud. So I hope you can hear me actually. And the items will make their way in here. It's a bit slower, but it's also quite cool to watch in a way. Now I'm going to go on to sorting out potions. So the first way you can sort out potions is this method here. So if you get a hopper here and face it into this potion brewing stand, and you have a hopper down here, and I'm going to put a bottle in here, and it should go into the brewing stand and into this hopper here, and then into this chest. But if it's a normal item, it will go down into here, this hopper here. So this is how to sort out potions. So I'll put the water bottle into here. So just think of it as a normal potion, and it should be in here, which it is. If I put a normal item into here, and it should be in this hopper here. So as you can see, you can sort out normal items from potions. So it's really simple. Just face the hopper into this brewing stand, and the brewing stand will drop the item into here, and then into this chest here, and you'll have a hopper down here to collect the normal items. So that's how to sort out potions. Now I'm going to show off a shulker box unloading machine. So this will unload the shulker box for you. So if there's items inside the shulker box, it will unload it, and hopefully it should separate it. But sometimes it's a bit buggy, and you might get like 1 or 2 odd items inside the shulker box area. So it still works quite well though. So if I put the items inside here, these are just normal items with items inside. And if I click this button here to trigger the machine, you get a shulker box here, and I'll start unloading it. And there should be no items in here, and you'll get a shulker box in here. So that sometimes it is a bit buggy and you'll get items in here, but the shulker box will enter into here in a minute. So both shulker boxes in here, and you always get 1 item in here. It's kind of like a little bug with this, but all the other items should end up in this section here. So I'm going to show you how to build this. So now I'm going to show you how to build the shulker box unloader machine. So first you're going to need a comparator into here, a redstone repeater like this. I'm going to put this on 4 ticks. I'm going to put a temp block here like that, and a normal block here, and you can break the temp block like that. A redstone torch into here. Now I'm going to place a few temp blocks across here, some redstone dust here so it gets picked up by the comparator, a redstone torch here, some redstone dust here, a block here, a redstone torch here, and a block up here, and I'm also going to place some redstone dust up here. So now we've got this system in, we're going to place a temp block here, a hopper here, I'm going to break the block here, and I'm going to place a temp block here and into here, like this. So super simple. Next we're going to go onto the bit here, so we're going to place a temp block here, a dispenser into here, and we're going to break this block here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go round here and we're going to get a sticky piston in place here. You can use a slab for this bit, but a repeater into here onto this block here, and I'm going to get a normal piston. I'm going to go down here and try and place it downwards, so if I go lower like this, perfect. Now if you want to, you can place so if I get a composter, actually that would make a bit more sense, and you can put a composter here to reduce lag. It's advised because like lag is annoying to get, and I'm going to get an observer because I don't have that right now. Place it in here, and I'm also going to get a button here, and I'm going to get it and get one here. So I'm going to place it in here like that. So also I don't think you need this redstone. You don't need that redstone up there actually. So now I'm going to show you how to build a shulker box loader. So in here will be shulker boxes, and you'll just press the button and it will place the shulker box down, and it will start being loaded. When it's fully loaded, the items will be all in the shulker box, and it will just be triggered, and it will trigger it. It will go into this chest, and you'll get a shulker box full of items, and it will kind of trigger like a thing which will turn on this dispenser, which will trigger another shulker box to go through here, and this will be linked up to a farm, so you can infinitely fill it up. This is just like a bulk storage system if you want to store like loads of sugarcane or melons or stuff like that, or even cobblestone. This is perfect. So now I'm going to show you how to build it. Okay, so now start off by getting a redstone comparator, place it in like this, get a block like this in here, and some redstone dust here. So now if I go down here, place a block in here like that, a piston here like this, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get a block, I'm going to place some temp blocks around here, get a dispenser, break all those blocks because you don't need them. I'm going to get a slab here, some redstone dust, and a redstone torch here, and you should hear that dispenser trigger. That's perfect. Put some blocks here, so just one block here, a hopper there, a chest here to fill up with items for your shulker box to pick up. I'm going to go down here like this, and we're going to get a hopper into here, chest like this, and a slab here, and I'm going to get a button, place it like this in here. So actually I'm going to place it up here. So that's the shulker box loading machine. So now onto how to use it. So first you're going to have to flick this button here, but before you do that, just make sure there's shulker boxes in here. So for this demo I'm just going to have a few of them, and they're pretty much full. They're missing 32 items each of them. So in here I've got my items here which I'm filling it up with. As you can see, it's entering into this hopper here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this button, and the shulker box should be dispensed into here, and items will start entering into this shulker box. And what you'll see is there's no items in here because there's a hopper up here, and as you can see the shulker box is fully loaded, and there's all the items are in here, and it's completely full. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you want to, you can subscribe, but I really don't mind because I do this for fun. This is quite fun to come up with and to play around with, and if you want to watch any more of my videos you can. There's going to be an end screen so you can go check that out. And if you need any help with any of these machines, then join my Discord because I'll be able to help you. Or you can leave down a comment below and I'll probably be able to help you there. It's easier to help you on Discord because you can send pictures and stuff like that. So if you're gonna need help, then make sure to try and consider going to Discord. It's just easier. And I'll see you in the next video if you're gonna watch any more of my videos, and goodbye.